Morning guys, Dr. Dual Sport, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. And we got fresh snow. Had a good storm last night. Our beginning mileage 1317.2, 1317.2. See how the old Honda will go in the snow. Okay, what I wanted to talk about today is about being prepared. So if anyone asks my advice on the road conditions today, whether or not they should ride their motorcycle, I'd say definitely not, because you're probably not prepared for it. I saw a post this morning on Facebook from the local sheriff department, and they said that last night they had to go on a search and rescue. There were two vehicles that had become lost. They were stuck in the snow, I guess, in a remote valley just west of here. The two deputies were dispatched about 11:30 last night, and they headed out into that area, and they both became stuck. They said that this storm that had come in with the wind, the snowdrifts were 4 feet deep. They worked together and were able to get their vehicles out and return back. Then they regrouped and headed out there with snowmobiles. They found the people, both vehicles, and they had two flat tires, and then one vehicle had ruptured a radiator hose, and then they'd became stuck in the snow, and they were very cold. They had burnt some of the tire. They had burnt the tires, the flat tires there, to try to keep warm, but they were okay. So anyway, that just goes to show us that we shouldn't go out in areas like that unless we're prepared. For many years, I traveled out into the remote desert west of here, about 90 miles west of here. I go out there weekly. At that time, we run sheep out there grazing during the winter months, and we'd have to go out once per week to check on our herders and replenish their supplies and help them move their camp or whatever. But anyway, every time I went out there, I was prepared. I always had extra weight in the truck for traction. I had tire chains. I had two extra spares. I would have a handyman jack come along, a couple extra chains, an axe. I would have some diesel fuel, matches, extra food, and because I couldn't afford to get stranded and not be able to get out there or get back. And a lot of times I'd have young children with me, because I would take my kids out there one at a time. I'd give them a one-on-one, and I remember one time we actually got snowed in out there to where you couldn't even make it in, and luckily within a day the county came in with the patrols and the cats and pushed the road, so that we were okay. And I know of a couple different people that almost froze to death in that area because they weren't prepared. So just a word of advice: when you go out, be prepared. Okay, now relating that to the motorcycle here. Okay, I would not ride on this particular snow today if I didn't have the ice studs in my tires, the ice screws, because prior to this storm we had a real wet one, and it just turned to slush, but the sun never did come out and it froze. So there's a solid layer of ice underneath the snow right now. So, but anyway, there's no sense, putting yourself in danger, or from the elements, from the extreme cold or whatever. Just use a little common sense, be prepared. A lot of times you can wait another day and it don't make any difference, because you can wait one day, a lot of time the sun will come out and things will be good. So anyway, we're just going to go for a little putt-putt today. We're not trying to get any miles or whatever. We're just doing this for sheer enjoyment. And I'm not going to try to break through any deep snow, or I'm not going to try to climb any hills, or I'm not going to try to go fast, and I'm not going to try to jump or slide or anything like that. We're just going to go with the flow. Uh-oh, you didn't see me on that stop sign, did you? Anyway, I'm glad that the road is just like it is, because when they push the roads and they get dry, then I don't like to ride this bike with the studs, because it just, it's hard on it. Wears the studs out, but the way it is now, it's just perfect. So anyway, we're just going to keep cruising, and we'll see you in a bit back at the trailer. Well, you can see the little spikies there, and see the trail they've left. I didn't really have any slippage. We'll try it down through the snow here. Ending mileage 1324.7. 1324.7. Dr. Dual Sport out.